Hello, everyone, Angel fans, Angel Guild fans, Sight fans. My name is David Fisher, and I'm the producer of the feature film Sight, the new Angel Studios movie that is coming to everyone around the country May 24th this month. And I get to host this live stream with you. So thank you so much for taking time to join me today. I'm going to have a lot of things to talk about. We're going to talk about how you can buy tickets to the movie Sight. We're going to talk about ways that you can support this project going forward. You know what? This is the month of May, which is also Asian Pacific Heritage Month. It's a powerful time for the Asian community, and we are excited to be celebrating this movie, a first of its kind here in America. We also have a special guest joining us, my friend, fellow producer, Darren Mormon. He'll be joining us today as our special guest. We're going to get a chance to chat about all of his efforts to help bring this inspirational movie to the screen, to the box office. I can't wait for you to meet Darren. And as always, at the end of this live stream, we're going to do questions and answers. So I really want you to think about what's the kind of question that you want to ask the two producers who brought this movie to Angel Studios. We can answer any question you've got, so please send it in. We've got producers that are in the back. They are checking out every question that comes in, and they're going to get them to me and to Darren to be able to answer for you. We can't do this without you. You as the fans of this movie that are part of the Angel family, that are part of the Sight family. We just couldn't make this movie and be successful without you. So when you've got questions, we want to have answers. So please send them our way. We're also excited to announce that we've got something special on this live stream. We haven't done this yet. Our merch team has put together a very cool merch prize package just for this live stream. You got to be on this live stream to do it. So please, here's the deal. Tell all your friends right now, text them, get on this live stream because we're going to have a special merch prize package for you. There's going to be more details that come, but if you purchase a ticket between 4 and 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, you will be entered into a drawing to win an all-inclusive Sight merch prize pack. Now, for real, this is happening during this live stream between 4 and 5 Mountain Standard Time. If you purchase a ticket to Sight, you might win. You're going to be put into a drawing, and we're going to announce the winner at the end of this time together. So you've got like 45 minutes to an hour. Let's do this. We're going to announce your name. I hope it's you that's listening right now. We will announce the winner at the end of this time. All right, that's kind of the beginning of the show. It's a mouthful, and I'm just so excited that you've taken the time to join us. You know, as a producer for the film, bringing projects that amplify the light is such an honor, and it's a joy. And I have had an opportunity now for the last year to screen this project in front of different audiences to get their take, and to watch people be moved inspirationally by this story has been such a profound and impacting moment for my own life. And I'm just so excited for you to be able to experience that. We are now in the final month. We're less than a month away from the full theatrical release of Sight. This is really, really important. And you know what that means? It means that in this month of May, you get to celebrate with us. You get to celebrate all the different things that we have been about, because being a part of this family, the Sight family, the Angel Studios family, there's a lot of opportunities for us to celebrate a release of a movie like Sight. One of those ways to celebrate together is you get to see some of the newest trailers that we cut, and some of the newest ways that we want to share our story with you. And I can't think of a better way to launch off this live stream than to share with you one of the new trailers that we've got. So check this out.
There was an uprising in my hometown.
游行队伍来了，他们说要撤离火药大学。爸妈，你快躲起来！
允许你跟我来。不要出来，跟我来找你。
爸，我能帮忙。
带着去。
爸说他们有可能把学校关掉了。
孩怎么当医生的。
I told Lily we would make it together.
我永远都会保护你。
你真的那么想？
当然。
Everything would be okay.
那2个小坏蛋在这。
别信，快放我！
政府正在重新开放大学了。
让我们一起实现这个梦想。
These are our top students.
林夕要去美国。
It's hard getting into medical school here in the States, but you coming from China, don't waste your time.
I'm with you, Ming.
If I can help people out of the dark, maybe I can help Lily wherever she is.
I believe you're gonna get there. You may need to just let go.
Here we go.
I can see you.
Hello, I'm Terry Chen. I play Dr. Ming Wang in Sight, a powerful new movie from Angel Studios.
I'm the actual Dr. Ming Wang.
Sight is the story of a Chinese immigrant moved by his past to heal a child's future.
It's my story.
I come from an immigrant family, and Sight reminds me of the important contributions Chinese Americans have made in this country. My character pioneered an eye surgery that has changed the lives of millions of people across the world.
It all started right here at this very eye clinic.
Sight is only in theaters May 24th, Memorial Day weekend. Click the link below and get your tickets to watch Sight at a theater near you.
Perfect casting, right? I'm just as handsome as he is.
Wow. Wow, that is so amazing to see that new trailer. I hope you enjoyed it. You can get tickets right now if you go to angel.com /site. That'll bring you right to the tickets. You can purchase your tickets. It's amazing to watch. You know, when we did that CTA, that call to action at the end of the trailer where you saw Terry and the actual Dr. Wang together, I remember being on set to film that, and the kind of chemistry that the two of them had was beautiful. It was actually beautiful because there's such a respect for each other. Terry respecting the good Dr. Wang for the life that he has lived and the impact he's made on so many people. And then Dr. Wang respecting Terry, how he could embody the life of Dr. Wang and all the different iterations that went on in his present timeline and what happened here in the United States. Just powerful to watch the two of them together. You know what else about that trailer that really catches me and catches my heart is this. Those titles that come out, a fight for freedom, a fight for a dream, a fight for hope, based on a true story. These are all like beautiful things, but then it ends with a fight to overcome the darkness. And that is so powerful and important. It was one of the pieces that drew me into making this project and engaging this project. Was we all have a past. We all have pieces of darkness in our life, and we know that in fighting for the light, in fighting to overcome the darkness of our past so that we can live out the present, it's not easy. This is a movie about hope and inspiration, where you can overcome any kind of darkness from your own past. I'm really, really excited for you to see this movie. You can find tickets at angel.com /site. And remember, between 4 and 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time during this live stream, if you purchase a ticket for Sight, we have an entire merch prize package put together for you. And we're going to announce the winner at the end of this live stream. So please go to angel.com /site to get your tickets and to be put into that special drawing. All right, this is the time that you've been waiting for. This is the time I've been waiting for, honestly, because we don't always get a chance to see each other. We're working so hard at all times. And so I am so excited to introduce to you a dear friend of mine, producing partner that helped us bring Sight to the whole world, Mr. Darren Mormon. I want to tell you a little bit about Darren. There he is. Hey, Darren, how you doing? Oh man,
great to see you.
yeah, you're looking great. You're looking awesome. I feel like I should have like my my T-shirt on. You got like you're ripping, man. This is amazing. You look great.
Oh, you're too kind. So
I want to introduce you. So I'm going to embarrass you a little bit here, but I'm going to introduce you. I'm really excited just to tell a couple things here. First, Darren, you probably the greatest accomplishment of your life, married to beautiful Krista and your 2 children, 2 boys. I had a chance to be with you guys, be with everybody when we brought you in for the project. You are a basketball player. Want to tell the audience out there a little bit about, our backgrounds and stuff. I would say you're a great basketball player, but you are always Mr. Humble. So you say, you're just a basketball player. You've been working in the feature film industry for almost 25 years. I mean, you've been making exactly. You are a veteran, man. You've done awesome stuff, and in that time, you've produced over 15 films. 2017, you produced a beautiful, beautiful movie with Academy Award nominee Greg Kinnear. The movie Same Kind of Different as Me. I know you spent a lot of time putting that project together. All the pieces, that was all you just beautifully put that together. I'll let you talk about it. Blue Miracle with Dennis Quaid. I remember watching that back in 2021. Awesome movie. And then recently, 2023, with Dennis again, you made The Hill with Dennis Quaid, right? And somewhere in between there, what was it? I think that was in just after Blue Miracle and before The Hill, we did Sight together.
Correct.
So, man, can you just introduce yourself a little bit to our Angel audience and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, thanks, David. Appreciate it. Thank you for inviting me to this team. It's been an incredible project to be a part of and to work alongside you and the good doctor, as we love to call him,
Yes.
who's amazing. And it's pretty funny that you and I still haven't had our eye surgeries, but after we're done with this, we're gonna have to go deal with our eyes since he is the man. But yeah, as you mentioned, I've been married almost 20 years to Krista and 2 boys, 15 and 17. They're now becoming really good basketball players, and I will say it's the older I get, the harder it is to compete against them, for sure. But it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Okay,
Gotcha.
so here it is. So back, I think when the 2 of us had an opportunity to meet Darren, you were working in post on Same Kind of Different as Me at the Paramount lot. I remember.
Correct.
We came down. We had a chance to meet. That was like sometime around 2014, 2015, sometime in that.
It would have been 2015.
Yeah, 2015. There we go. And you fast forward. I had a script in hand. We had built out the book for Dr. Wang. In fact, we did the book From Darkness to Sight. You remember this? So this was published back in 2016. We had been building out a script based on Dr. Wang's life. We also did during that time the Seeing Beyond Bible studies. So this is the Bible study that we made based on the actual the movie itself. So when it's just super cool, and we've got that kind of rolling through the merch as well. So one of the cool things was I remembered our meeting back in 2015, right around that time. And so you fast forward to 2019, I've got a script in hand, and I thought, I want to bring this to Darren. Like, I remember a connection with you, and I remember your faith background, and that you wanted to do stories that were inspirational and that had deep meaning, and you liked biopics. You liked like working on real life stories. And so maybe just want to tell the audience about that. When you first saw this project, why did you get involved?
Yeah, thanks, Davey. Yeah, I remember that day. Beautiful sunny day on the Paramount Studios lots, sitting out. I think having a coffee bean, because that's their coffee choice, and mine as well. I prefer coffee bean over Starbucks. Yeah, it was a great connection, and then grateful that you remembered me and called me all those years later about Sight. And And then I flew to Nashville to meet you and the Good Doctor at his house, and I was just blown away by him and his story. I obviously had read the book and the script before I showed up, but I was blown away by him personally, because a lot of times when you're making, biopics, you don't know exactly who the person is behind closed doors, but
That's
Ming
right.
is the real deal. He is the real deal through and through. Those are the kind of stories you want to tell about guys who've made an incredible impact in the world, but they live it every single day, and which is exciting for me as a storyteller, as a producer, to do that.
Yeah, that was I'll never forget that weekend that you came out, that we had a chance, because I remember when Dr. Wang, he pulled out the erhu, the violin,
Oh, yes.
the Chinese violin, and he started to, this violin, what you'll know in the story is that this is one of the things that helped him stay alive, was to have to learn how to play that violin. And then he goes and pulls it out, and starts to play it for us. It was a moving moment. I felt like we were a part of kind of a historical thing coming together to put this project together. You remember that?
Oh, of course. I recorded it.
Yeah.
I think I was sneaking my recording. I didn't.
I know.
I was just getting to know him, but it was a powerful moment, and I felt like it transported us back as he told us the story to some of his journey. So yeah, it's beautiful moment.
It was so beautiful. And then we went for it. So there were a handful of producers that I was talking to at that time. I remember having a conversation with Dr. Wang and having a conversation with others about where we should go, and I was like, we're going with Darren. Darren's the one that I want to partner with, and this is my first movie that I have produced from beginning to end. You've produced many movies, and I remember having that early conversation with you, and I said, listen, are you okay teaching me how to get on the ground, not just as an executive producer that's helping kind of bring financing in or creative elements of the film in, but are you okay teaching me? And that's what you did, Darren. I mean, you took time to teach me what it means to be a producer. And I just want to, at this moment right now, just say thank you, because it's been a long journey, but it's a haul when you're on set. I mean, what are the things that you would say to the Angel audience that's just interested in these types, in the filmmaking process, being on set, being a producer like you have been in so many different projects? How do you rely on underlying principles for yourself to get through all that goes into making a movie?
Thank you. I have so many thoughts. First of all, grateful that you and the Good Doctor chose me. I think one of my pitches, and I heard some of the others, because this movie could have gone several different directions. It could have been, it could have gone darker. Right. It could have gone different directions. But as you know, my heartbeat is that the films that I make are inspirational, and they do bring light and hope to the world, and that's just a big thing for me. And so for me, that's a gauge. And my company is Reserve Entertainment. I think it's important to note that the branding from Reserve Entertainment comes from Jesus' first miracle of turning water into wine. And the guy running the wedding party said, "Hey, where did this reserve wine come from?" And it just always spoken to me that Jesus cared about the quality of the wine, not just about meeting a need. And I think as a filmmaker, as a film producer, I care about the quality. And that's really how I saw you, David. You also wanted that same quality, and Ming wanted that same quality. And I think it was a big part of our alignment and why we did what we did and how we were able to pull off so much without a huge budget. But it's been a fun journey with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think you did bring quality, and I experienced that Reserve brand promise, which is exactly in that space of inspiration and helping make films and stories that do, the Angel brand to amplify the light. I mean, it just fit. But before we even get to Angel, I'd love to ask you a question about Greg Kinnear. Now, first off, I mean, we do not, I mean, I believe wholeheartedly that we have Greg Kinnear a part of this project because of you, Darren. You had a pre-existing relationship through same kind of different as me with Greg, and probably other conversations, and you stay in touch. And, you know, actors stay in touch with their producers if there's a good relationship, and they definitely get out of touch when there isn't one. So tell the audience just a little bit about, you know, the process of getting Greg connected to this project and what your experience was in bringing him to the table.
Well, as you know, David, we went after this project in the middle of of a time when COVID was an issue in getting movies made, and so we were up in Vancouver, and we were casting, and there were a lot of actors that didn't want to come to Vancouver and quarantine for 2 weeks, and so we had those struggles, as you recall, and it was one of those things where I said, well, I'm friends with Greg Kinnear, and I did not know at the time that Greg Kinnear was Ming's favorite actor ever. So when I said that, I guess it really lit up Ming to really think about him playing that role, and I think obviously Greg did a fantastic job. And I remember that Sunday morning, because we had spent time praying about reaching out to Greg, and I remember that Sunday morning when I called him and he picked up, and we had a fantastic chat. And the good news for us is that he hadn't worked in a year because the industry was shut down. So we caught him available and ready to work. So it was, I think, just God's perfect timing.
Oh, it was amazing. And on set, I mean, here's a pro. First off, he's a professional, but not all actors are interested in kind of connecting with people, and there's a different approach to their craft, right? Some are very, very intense, and they get really into their role, and they kind of block out. Greg was one of these people that I felt like he showed up and couldn't wait to meet the next person. He was cracking jokes. He was a great person to work with. You felt like everyone felt connected to Greg, even though he had to maintain his own profession. He had to get ready and prepare. You always felt connected to him, and that must be part of the appeal of working with someone like Greg Kinnear.
Yeah, for sure. As you recall, he really worked with our director Andrew a ton in helping Andrew shape the project. And
that's right.
And so he brought really his thumbprint in such a great way on the project, on the overall project, because he's worked with some of the greatest producers and directors alive, and he brought that all of that for us. And if you remember, he didn't want to fly in to Vancouver and get stuck in a little hotel room and in quarantine in a hotel room. So he'd figured out on his own, hey, I can fly into Seattle and drive into Vancouver. And so he was willing to navigate the world to come do this movie for us. So it was great.
It was amazing. So we connect with Greg on set. We were able to actually shoot the entire scenes that Greg was a part of in 2 weeks. He had to spend a month with us because he had to quarantine still, but we had 10 days to get Greg shot on the film, which was wonderful. Then we continued on the process. It was a 6-week shoot. Was this the first time that you had actually done a project in Vancouver? And what was your experience of making a movie in Vancouver and the teams that we worked with? It was, I want to leave this question to you. I have so many good things to say, but I want to let you say it.
Well, as you know, when you guys approached me about making this movie, that was pre the world shut down. So we were talking about everywhere from Malaysia to, we were, beginning the scouting process to really think about where to go, and then the world shuts down, and it became one of those things where we really, as I put this movie, I put it, Asian feel, U.S. appeal is how I. But we needed that Asian feel that you just can't get in Nashville, right? And so for those of you who don't know, Vancouver is often called Vancouver for a reason. There are so many talented Asian actors, the best casting director in the world in that space, Po Ping, if you recall, who's deeply connected. So we just had so many people that caught a vision of this in Vancouver, and it made it the perfect place to go. Now, I do recall,
and we landed Terry Chen, huh?
And we landed Terry. We landed some great talent up there. That, you know, and some of those young talented guys have gone on to some major stars.
That's right. Yeah, Ben Wang, who plays the 14-year-old Ming, actually is filming right now for the Karate Kid. He's the new Karate Kid. You've got little Jaden, who had just come off of Marvel's Legend of the Ten Rings, Shang-Chi, and he joined us on cast.
He couldn't even tell us what it was, but we knew he had done something big. We were very fortunate to just get a great cast and crew in Vancouver. You remember it was cold though.
It was cold. It was kind of warm for me. It was warm for me because I'm from Minnesota, Darren. You guys are soft over there in Cali.
Yeah, we're soft. I was wearing a short sleeve shirt to go to those temperatures. It's funny. Anyway,
we just want to welcome you to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. I am joined here by my producing partner, Darren Mormon. He helped produce Sight with Reserve Entertainment alongside myself and Open River Entertainment. Just delighted that you've joined us. You can buy tickets now at angel.com/Sight. And we've got a really special offer right now is during this live stream between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you buy a ticket, and you're going to be entered into a drawing, and we are putting together an entire merch prize package for you. So please jump in. We'll give more details at the end. We're going to be announcing the winner here in this live stream. If you've got any questions that you would like to submit, please go ahead and submit them forward. We'd love to answer your questions in just a little bit. So I'm joined here by Darren Mormon. Darren, all right. So we get through the script process. I bring it to you. You fall in love with the script. You come on board. We start to wrestle with the entire COVID situation. We get a production service team up in Vancouver that says, yes, we'll do this. This is awesome. We schedule. We get ready to do a 7-week pre-production and another 6 weeks of principal photography, which is a big deal because we had to be away from our lives. We couldn't fly back to the States or we'd have to quarantine again. So we had to make a serious decision, and we did. I mean, we prayed a lot together. I remember when we came together in Vancouver, we quarantined ourselves together because we all came on the same day. So we quarantined in the same house for 2 weeks. We got to know each other really well during those 2 weeks. Like, you guys got to see me drink my coffee and wake up like an old man every morning.
Yeah, me too. I was there with you every morning early, drinking my coffee. And I remember that you'd be in one room reading and praying, and I was in the other room reading and praying. And I think, we were, it was special. Movie's been covered in prayer from day one. And we were protected. We were protected from having to shut down because of the COVID issues and all of those kind of things. Although we had a few little dicey moments, we were protected to be able to continue to make the movie. And,
one of those funny dicey moments, I remember when we were getting ready to shoot a scene between Dr. Misha Bartnowski and Dr. Ming Wang. These are the two partners in the movie. And it was a scene that Greg came up to us and he said, hey, this is supposed to be in Dr. Wang's office, but we were just there. I think it needs to be in my office. Do you remember that? And we looked around at each other and we said, we don't have a set for Misha's office, Doctor. And just like an absolute pro, Darren steps up and is like, Greg, why don't you take about an hour and a half, get some lunch, and we will take care of it, and we'll see you in a little bit. And Greg said, oh, great, thanks. So Greg leaves, and then you look at us and you said, team, it's time to make Dr. Misha's office. Let's go. And everyone just kind of came together. We're like, it was chaos, but lo and behold, we made an office for Greg in an hour and a half. I mean, we had production assistants running across the street to the Salvation Army, buying things for that office to the shops along that street we were on. And we made an office for him. Greg comes on set. He's like, this is perfect. He sits down and he goes, and this is funny because he loves to eat, you know, when he's in a scene. And he goes, do we have any apples? And it was like clockwork. Crafty comes over, boom. We've got like a perfect apple for Greg. We bring him a whole bowl because we had to do so many takes. Do you remember that moment?
I remember that moment. And the one thing I did warn props about, I know you were there when I said it, I said Greg loves his props.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Every time I got you and I got the props people, and I say Greg loves props. Every scene he's either holding his glasses,
right?
He's got them in his mouth, and I warned you he's going to want glasses, and we ended up having to buy several pair of glasses for him. He's going to want to have a pen in his hand, and come to find out he wanted an apple in his hand. So. And that's just how he is as an actor, and it's so fun. To get to know these guys and sort of how they operate and what makes them comfortable on set. And the team did work magic to pull that set off. And it was, if you recall, I think it was just the reverse of the other side of the room of Ming's office.
It was perfect.
It was just great.
It was perfect.
The world will never know that except we just told them.
So here we are. We're in the month of May, the month that we are going to release the project. We finished filming the project in Vancouver in April of a few years back now, and we went into post-production. And that process of post-production was intense. The music, layering the music in, making sure the right visual effects were layered into the project, and we found ourselves with a finished movie that we were very proud of, and lo and behold, we were introduced to Angel Studios, and Angel has been an incredible partner on this movie. And here in Asian Pacific Heritage Month, where we are celebrating the Asian community, here Angel has decided this is going to be the month that we release a wide theatrical release. I mean, I'm just getting numbers right now. Darren, we are at 1,500 theaters. We got 1,500 screens. This is extraordinary. We've got over, we're getting really close to 60,000 tickets that have pre-sold already because of all the fans that are watching right now, and 60,000 tickets. These are incredible numbers. And you know what? I want to make a statement about the Angel Guild. So the Angel Guild is a membership that you can have with Angel Studios, and it's like any kind of a membership that's out there. You actually can pay by the month or just pay one sum for the year, but you get to actually vote on the projects that get submitted to the Angel Guild, whether it's a movie that you want to see distributed in theaters or on the Angel app. This is like flipping the entire industry upside down. It's no longer this small group of people making decisions in Hollywood. Actually, Angel Studios is reversing it, and they're saying, we actually want you to tell us what are the movies that you want to go out and see. When you go on a date night, what are the movies that you want to see? When you take your kids to the movies, when you've got popcorn and you want to sit on the couch at home and you want to put the Angel app up on your television at home. And so you can be a part of the Guild. You can choose to join the Guild. Just go to angel.com and you'll be able to follow any prompt to actually be a part of the Angel Guild. And when you join the Angel Guild, you're going to get a chance to get 2 free tickets to Sight right off the bat. So go for it. Like, I joined the Angel Guild myself, and I've had a chance to look at dozens and dozens and dozens of projects that have been submitted, and then I get to vote whether I think they're a good project or not. And the Angel Guild actually had a chance to look at our project and care for our project and vote on our project, and you put our movie through. Darren and I couldn't be more proud than to represent this movie for you, the Angel Guild. So I just encourage you, jump on, join the Angel Guild, be a part of this movement that is changing Hollywood, that's changing the types of movies that are coming out to you. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's different, isn't it, Darren?
It's really cool. Very, very, very different. So, love it.
Just another shout out to the merch, the kind of merch that we've got. Look, we've got the team has put together some just awesome clothes. We've got like really cool Sight shirts on the back. You can see that it says there's more to life than what you see. This is like one of the cool statements that's made. We've got another t-shirt. This one's also in a sweatshirt form with Sight and the Angel logo. And then check this out. On the back, we've actually got the Mandarin. There's more to life than what you see, Sight. It's so cool. I've gotten these for all of my kids. We've got sweatshirts and hoodies in this. We've got the poster available. You can just go online to Angel or shop.angel.com, and you'll get a chance to see it. These are just some of the things that you'll be able to see. We've got the tote. Check out that. Look at this bracelet. This bracelet's a silicone bracelet. I've given one to. I've got a bunch at home now, and I'm just giving them away to my friends, to my kids' friends. Actually, on the inside it says, "There's more to life than what you see." And Darren, on the outside, it's actually Braille in the same thing. Oh, it's so cool.
Oh my goodness,
it's really cool.
I'm a huge fan.
It's beautiful, and you can kind of see it there in Braille when you look at that. Powerful. We've got the Sight poster. So many different ways that you can be a part of supporting this project, supporting fighting to overcome the darkness in our own past. I would love just to remind you again. At the end of this live stream, we are going to be putting a whole package together of merch for those that buy tickets during this live stream. It's going to be limited to between 4 and 5 Mountain Standard Time, and you'll get a chance to do that. I think it's time for a little Q&A. What do you think, Darren? Should we do it?
I love Q&A.
All right,
Q&A. Let's do it.
Let's see if we've got any questions here during this live stream. Here's the first question that comes up. What is your favorite memory working on set, Darren?
Oh my goodness. I have so many amazing memories working on this set and this team. There were so many challenges of how are we going to handle the Mandarin?
Right.
And I've never faced that in making a movie before.
Yeah.
And what were we going to do with this? And I remember in pre-production we wrestled through it, and in our some of the people that we were working with had really strong opinions. In fact, some of them said, if you don't shoot the Mandarin scenes in Mandarin, we're leaving. We're not even going to be on the movie. And as a team, we said, let's do it. And then when you get to actually shooting and everybody's speaking in Mandarin, we have to have an interpreter next to us so that we know that they're saying it properly. So I love the fun challenges that I had never faced before, to be able to work together with you and make those fun, tough decisions.
You did a great job, and it was awesome kind of learning from you, watching how this all kind of came together. There'd be moments of, anxiety. I'd been working on pulling this project together for so long, but I hadn't been on set, not like this. And so to have you kind of calm me down in certain moments, help me figure out where to focus energy, and particularly around this Mandarin, the quality control, QC on this is a really important piece. And I felt like, that was, you're right on. I mean, it's kind of like a challenge of a lifetime. Like we have this opportunity to make this powerful movie about an incredible person just an incredible human being. And I can't wait for you to watch the film Sight. You know, Darren, if you were to describe what this movie is to our audience that's watching, how would you do it?
You know, that's been one of the amazing things about describing this. But Ming's journey is second to none in the way that you see a young man going through the adversity that he goes through, and how he fought through that with his family, out of the Cultural Revolution, didn't get sent to labor camps, and had an opportunity to because of how his parents helped him, an opportunity to use his God-given intellect to end up coming to the U.S. and becoming really the best eye surgeon in the world. It's incredible. Most of us, like you or me, grew up in the U.S. We don't understand what adversity looks like.
Right.
But when you hear and see Ming's story, to know that all that he overcame, I think it should give us all hope that no matter what we face in life, we will be able to overcome it. And fortunately for us that have a faith, we know that God is there to help us overcome that.
Yeah, well said, man. Well said. I mean, that's exactly it. I think just, you know, looking into ourselves and our faith and actually having a story of hope and inspiration, that it's like what our world needs today more than anything. Like, honestly, I want to just reach out to everyone watching to say there's hope. There's great hope, and that you are worth it, and that there's dignity to be found. And the adversity that Ming went through, like you said, as a child, then in his teenage years, and even when he got out of his circumstances that he grew up in to the United States, he had another set of adversities and challenges and trials that he had to overcome. And this is a movie that gets into that, but we do it in a very interesting way. So it's not your typical biopic. I mean, you have an opportunity to kind of meet one of the best eye surgeons in the world at the top of his career, right? Right off the bat, we're seeing this extraordinary doctor that everyone wants to be around, everyone wants to be like. And what happens? This little girl, right? This little girl from Calcutta, India, who is intentionally hurt and traumatized, is rushed to Dr. Wang to see if he could do anything to help her see again. And just the sight of her brings Dr. Wang, it reminds him of his past, growing up during a revolution that changed the rest of his life. And he's battling with his past. He's battling throughout the adventure and the journey that he takes to see if he can save this girl's sight while not being thrust back into the darkness of his past. Listen, if you want to get tickets, please come support us, angel.com/site. You'll find all the information you need at getting tickets there. I'd love to take another question if you've got time for us, Darren. Can we keep you just a touch longer?
Let's do another question for sure.
That'd be great. So how can I get, this is the next one, how can I get the theater near me to have the film available to me or to watch? So why don't I take some of this, and Darren, you can follow up. But here's kind of how it works. When you go to angel.com/site, you're going to be taken to a tickets page, right? And it's going to, you can just put in your zip code, you can put in the area where you live, and you'll be able to actually look at any of the places. I wonder if we can bring that up. Maybe we could. I'd love for you to see what this looks like. So yeah, so here it is. So May 24th, the movie debuts. Here it is. It's around everywhere. And right now we got the Cinemark, American Fork. We've got Megaplex theaters. These are all places kind of near Angel Studios. That's why it's coming up like this. But if you go all the way down, scroll all the way down, here's some. See, now look at all these movies. Theaters. Now you might come across a theater that doesn't have Sight at it yet, and this is really important. We want you to go in and click on that request showtime. So let's go to that Cinemark West Valley City and XD. Just when you click there, see, you can put your email address in and your phone number, and then we can request the showtimes right there to the theater chain itself and to that particular theater so that you can see Sight. And we're going to work round the clock between now and May 24th to make sure Sight comes to you. Here's the thing. When you pre-order tickets and when you request showtimes like that, what it tells the theater owners is there is an audience for Sight. And that's what they need. They need to know that there is an audience for this movie. This is why it's such a big deal that we have pre-sold 60,000 tickets already for this film. We're almost to 60,000. We're like right on the edge. That's a really big deal because that helps then theater chains get us more screens. And Darren, when you think of the independent film marketplace where we don't have this huge studio behind us that's funding the project, that's driving marketing, it's not easy to get this many screens. Look, I mean, a lot of films have to open on 100 screens. Like they can't get, they do it slow. I mean, what would you say to the audience about where we're at right now?
I think what Angel has pulled off is incredible. To be able to pre-sell the tickets, which begins to expand the theaters, and to be able to have a system where you can actually request that is so amazing. So I'm thrilled that we pre-sold almost 60,000 tickets, and you could see it's just counting. And I've been sending out hundreds and hundreds of messages and marketing stuff. And I have friends who say, "Hey, it's not at my theater," and they're requesting it to come to their theater. I think that's just it's a brilliant way to bring movies to a market that actually is asking for the movie.
Absolutely. No, Angel has done an incredible job. Shout out to all of them at Angel just for all the incredible things they've done. Let's take one more question. What do we got? Let me just talk to the producer here. What are the most, what are you, this for you, Darren, what are you most excited about leading up to the premiere of Sight? So you've been at a lot of premieres, but what are you most excited about as we lead up to the premiere?
Well, as you know, we've worked a long time on this movie. You've worked much longer than I have on it. But what I'm most excited about is we get to see it with an audience, and so all of our hard work, we get to see the audience get moved by it, inspired by it. Because we up until now, filmmakers are sort of in their own little bubble, and although we do little test audiences and things, but when we bring the finished final film to the world, it's an exciting time to just bring that work, because we know that we've prayed over this, and we know that it's going to have a huge impact, and we know that Ming's story is incredible.
That's so good, man. I mean, it's so true. I don't think I've even had a chance to say this to you, but last week, you do get a few perks when you're the producer of a movie. So I asked Angel if we could get 3 theaters from a couple of exhibitors in Minnesota, where I live with my family. And I asked for 3 theaters, and then I put invitations out to hundreds of people. And they all responded like powerfully, and 600 people gathered at the theaters and watched Sight. So my wife and I had a chance to sit there, and after years of you know how this is, man. You see your movie, and like, I mean this to everyone watching, and I just want to be as authentic as I possibly can. It was so deeply moving to watch my friends and my family and people in my faith communities come together to watch Sight. I saw so many people, tears, during the movie. It's a powerful, it's a deeply emotional movie, tears flowing, and the kind of response that I got, it is like, it just makes all the hard work, the late nights, the time away from our families. You'd celebrate on set, you'd fight on set. There's lots of things. It's a creative process. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on, even in post-production, negotiating on which scenes make it, which ones get cut, how they get cut. In that one night where so many people came to me and hugged me and said, "Thank you for making this film." And, I even got like a text message back from my girls' basketball coach. And he said, "I came to this to support the girls, but he goes, I left deeply transformed. I'm bringing my parents on opening night, because maybe that'll help kind of spark something in their life too. It's just like, it's so meaningful as a producer. Powerful.
Yeah, it is really, that's what I'm most excited about as well. So it's going to be fun.
Darren, thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. I hope we can get it out. I mean, here's the thing. We do a live stream like this, and then we're gonna keep showing it. So whatever platform that you're on, you'll get a chance to see this live stream. I'm so glad that you've joined us for this time. Whether you came in the middle, whether you've stuck with us the whole time, or you just caught us at the end. My name is David Fisher. I'm the producer of the feature film Sight, being distributed by Angel Studios, and my producing partner here, Darren Mormon, on this particular film. Darren and I had a chance to produce together. It's been just awesome talking with you, catching back up with you. I can't wait to see you at the premiere. We're going to do one in Toronto. We're doing one in LA. That's going to be awesome to be with you.
Be amazing.
And if you want to purchase tickets to this project, please go to angel.com/site, and you can find the theater near you. If there isn't a show theater that is showing the movie, just press that request to showtime, and that'll send something to the theater to let them know that you want this type of movie there. And here we are at that moment. I've got someone talking into my ear saying we've got a winner, and I can't wait to share with you right now that the winner of the giveaway is going to appear on the screen right now. So there you go. Congratulations. You have just won a merch prize package. I can't wait for us to send it all to you. You're going to get an opportunity to rep Sight. You can rep it with all the different cool stuff that we've got, because you know what? There is more to life than what you see, and that is really at the heart of this project. shop.angel.com/pages/site. That's a long one, but that's where you can get any kind of merch to help support this project. We are very, very excited to be bringing to you on May 24th, Memorial Day weekend, the movie Sight. Keep an eye out for Sight on socials, on Angel socials, and for more info that's coming soon. My name is David Fisher. I'm the producer of Sight. It's been so nice to spend this time with you. God bless you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you at the movies.
There was an uprising in my hometown.
好，游行队伍来了，他们说要彻底毁掉大学。爸妈，你快躲起来！
林旭，你跟我来。不要出来，跟我来找你。
爸，我能帮忙。
带下去。
爸说他们有可能把学校关掉了。
打倒赵老师。
你说我还怎么当医生啊？
I told Lily we would make it together.
我永远都会保护你。
你真的那么想？
当然。
Everything would be okay.
那两个小坏蛋在这。
刘星，快帮我！
政府正在重新开放大学了。
让我们一起实现这个梦想。
These are our top students.
林夕要去美国了。
It's hard getting into medical school here in the States, but you coming from China, don't waste your time.
I'm with you, Ming.
If I can help people out of the dark, maybe I can help Lily wherever she is.
I believe you're gonna get there. You may need to just let go.
Here we go.
I can see you.
Hello, I'm Terry Chen. I play Dr. Ming Wang in Sight, a powerful new movie from Angel Studios.
I'm the actual Dr. Ming Wang.
Sight is the story of a Chinese immigrant moved by his past to heal a child's future.
It's my story.
I come from an immigrant family, and Sight reminds me of the important contributions Chinese Americans have made in this country. My character pioneered an eye surgery that has changed the lives of millions of people across the world.
It all started right here at this very eye clinic.
Sight. is only in theaters May 24th, Memorial Day weekend. Click the link below and get your tickets to watch Sight at a theater near you.
Perfect casting, right? I'm just as handsome as he is.